Despite an underwhelming performance to date, odds makers still expect the United States to be prohibitive favorites at the Paris Olympics.
LeBron drives for the lead. He puts it in.
He's a man. You have a right to do that.
The Kings flex.
Oh.
But wait, not so fast. Team USA is undeniably the deepest,
Shayok got his hands on it. Curry runs it down. A very deep Curry.
most talented,
Tatum, look at the speed. Down the backside for the slam.
and most accomplished roster in the tournament.
Look at that. You saw that coming.
But they're more beatable than analysts want to admit. And there's one team in the world that's better equipped to exploit their weaknesses than anyone else. And they happen to be playing on home soil. First, to clarify, Team USA is still the team to beat. They feature one of the greatest players of all time playing in his final Olympics, one of the brightest rising stars in the world.
Jokic met by Davis. And a takeaway. Look out below! Anthony Edwards with the stuff.
Two of the best shooters in NBA history.
Nice ball fake.
Steph.
Forget it.
You'll stop the bleeding.
And not one, not two, not three, not four, but five of the best defenders walking planet Earth.
Goodness, just erased again by Davis.
It's also the only team fielding a roster entirely composed of NBA stars. Kevin Durant, their most natural go-to scorer, didn't play a single game through their pre-Olympic slate, and they still went 5-0.
America's with numbers. Here's a lob.
I don't know if it was meant for him.
But this is not the NBA. This is FIBA. These are the Olympics.
You know, the thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what?
And foreign players are always going to be more familiar and more comfortable playing with FIBA rules. Rules like the smaller court, goaltending adjustments, no defensive 3-second violations in the key, shorter matches, different pace, and the adjusted whistle, which is far less generous to foul baiting than most NBA players are comfortable with. Sorry, James Harden. This was part of the thinking behind Team USA assembling a roster which already had so much international experience. LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, Anthony Davis, Bam Adebayo, Devin Booker, and Drew Holiday all have gold medals. EuroLeague legends like Luka Doncic have warned for years that it's harder to score in Europe.
Scoring is easier in NBA just because of the amount of the different rules, the less space, the time. So that's why I said it.
So you think it's harder to score 30 points in a EuroLeague game than it is in an NBA game?
Yeah, 100%.
And he's not wrong.
Running the show once again. Oh, lovely skill. Oh, have some of that. Luka Doncic is turning on the style here.
It's a different sport on a different court, with a different ball, with different sets. It's different rules. It's a completely different environment. Some players struggle with the language, others with the culture, others with the speed. This isn't just a matter of talent. It's a different sport.
Inside.
Every time a EuroLeague star comes to America and struggles, they spew the same nonsense. Narratives about slow feet, a lack of athleticism, and how foreign players simply can't hang with the big boys. But when an NBA player goes over to Europe and barely makes a dent, we don't want to talk about that.
What's wrong, boy? Are you okay?
When you add in the fact that many national teams come up together through the youth ranks, play together every summer, it's no wonder that teams like Australia, Germany, and South Sudan had such an easy time scoring on Team USA.
Who wants to be a hero? It's Thor for the lead!
How about this team?
Gone are the days where the United States could simply toss together a random roster of 12 players and expect to beat the best teams in the world by 50. So why France?
Upstairs for the throwdown of Wembanyama.
What does France have that makes them a likely candidate to upset the Americans?
Bounce pass, Wemby to Rudy for two.
It would be impossible to start this discussion anywhere other than their rising phenom, Victor Wembanyama. After struggling to find his footing in the NBA, Wemby had an absolutely dominant finish to his rookie season.
Victor rolling to the bucket. Oh, authority over Shea. Good. Count the basket.
basket and the foul.
First half, Wemby was being compared to Chet Holmgren.
Forward to center. Look at this. Look at this finish here by Victor.
But second half, Wemby, the conversation quickly shifted to Kareem, Wilt, Duncan, and Olajuwon.
Authority over Sengun. Count the basket and the foul.
So much so that Victor Wembanyama is currently a landslide favorite to win the 2025 Defensive Player of the Year award.
Holmgren trying to answer. He is stuffed.
And one of the top 10 favorites to be MVP.
Spurs still with it, 8 on the shot clock. A one-handed three by Victor.
Despite still playing for a highly underdeveloped and young San Antonio Spurs roster, Wemby isn't coming. He's already arrived. And when the games start to matter and he starts dialing up the intensity, we might see something that we've never seen before in the NBA or in FIBA.
Poke it away.
This is a player who had 10 blocks in an NBA game against the Toronto Raptors.
Now Barnes gets turned, tries to get physical again, just in no man's land.
Nope.
Twice rejected by Wembanyama. You blocked that one. Feeling Victor Wembanyama. Airball the layup, and then Victor gets the 10th block right there.
NBA players were having their shots blocked into the nosebleeds and looked scared to take a shot within 10 feet of him.
Ja puts the crossover on Wemby, and Wemby comes back over the top to reject Ja.
How much do these strengths amplify now that he's a year older and wiser? Add in the smaller court, no goaltending on the rim, no defensive 3-second violation, less spacing.
Just by his pressure, and he earns France another possession. Lob to Wemby. Oh my, Trepion.
This isn't even fair.
Deep three, Vic. Hits it.
Speaking of not fair, we have to talk about Rudy Gobert.
Again, the second between the legs, pocket pass out of Hurtel.
If it wasn't bad enough that France had Wemby, they also have the 2024 Defensive Player of the Year in the NBA in Rudy Gobert.
Well, AJ wants to take Rudy. He gets up. Oh! That was on the way down, but they're going to say it was a good block.
Narratives aside, slander aside, and talks about him being overpaid aside, Rudy Gobert has proven himself to be one of the 20 to 50 best players in the NBA for the past 6 seasons.
And Anthony Milton. Look at this, going up high. Gobert erases the shot inside.
And there is no player in this tournament who benefits more from playing by FIBA rules than Gobert.
Pass to Gobert, and he goes up, he doesn't mess around.
He goes from top 50 to top 10 easily. Even if France's overall roster pales in comparison to teams like Canada and USA in terms of NBA level depth, Team France features a ton of talent.
The European Championships, but if you like to watch Le Mans,
this includes last year's 7th overall pick, Bilal Koulibaly.
quickly to continue with that and say that I do not Rudy Gobert and won by Bilal. Congratulations.
NBA veterans like Nicolas Batum and Evan Fournier.
Almost a travel. Batum drills it after 7 years in the NBA. Fournier a 3, and France has the lead.
And one of the very greatest international players of all time, Nando De Colo.
Still ricochets for Poirier, far side to Colo for 3.
At 37, De Colo is the all-time top scorer in European continental basketball competitions after surpassing Nikos Gallus in 2022.
That, of course, the Lithuania team, but my goodness, the toughness as De Colo. Can't miss.
This may be his final shot at a gold medal, and that adds some fuel to an already healthy flame for Team France.
De Colo left open and hits the jumper.
Odds makers currently have France 3rd in the world, just ahead of Serbia, and narrowly behind Canada. There's a world in which Kevin Durant comes back. Team USA gels. Joel Embiid gets on the same page with his teammates, and Team USA lives up to their promise.
Giddy's been impressive today.
Very much so.
Embiid, trailer 3 is good. Zone baseline. Tatum on the spin, did go baseline.
Got away with it.
Edwards. Right back to Tatum, who started it all.
But there's also a world in which the combination of Wemby and Gobert camping inside the paint forced Team USA to become a jump shooting team. And with shooting luck and shot variance, upsets become more likely, especially when the other team has the option of having a 7-1 player screen for a 7-4 player in the pick and roll. Team USA is expected to win gold every 4 years. Anything else is considered a monumental disappointment and a cause to burn the whole team down.
It might
He's starting to say there's a new era in Olympic basketball, and it's one in which the United States is no longer dominant. Argentina moves on to the gold medal game. The United States will play for the bronze.
If Kawhi Leonard retired without a gold medal, no one would bat an eye. He has his 2 championships and 2 finals MVPs.
Your 2019 Bill Russell Finals MVP is Kawhi Leonard.
Ditto for Steph Curry. But for non-American players, beating Team USA would be akin to LeBron beating the 73-win Warriors multiplied by 10.
Look at the joy on the Argentinian faces and the disappointment in the United States.
Parades will be thrown, statues will be built, streets and buildings will be renamed in honor of the team that beats Team USA. And if you want my vote, there's no one in the world that has a better chance to do it than France.
Gobert handling. Nando into the corner, Ntilikina for the tie. Bring Ntilikina from downtown.
France has won silver at the Olympics in 1948, 2000, and 2020.
Still an amazing moment for French basketball, what they've done in the gold medal game. Also leading up to, they're the only team that beat the United States in this Olympic Games.
So a silver for France.
The USA has won 7 of the 8 possible medals since FIBA allowed NBA players to compete in the Olympics.
Kobe Bryant, uncontested jam.
Their only defeat came in 2004 when they placed 3rd behind Italy and Argentina.
There'll be no gold in Athens. And there's the exclamation point for Argentina.
France has never won gold at the Olympics, but the recent rise of French basketball, which saw 5 French players going top 7 in the last 2 NBA drafts. The matter of France finally breaking through is no longer a matter of if, but when.
And numbers, 3-on-1 break, going upstairs for the throwdown.
This will be Wembanyama's first real taste of international competition at the senior level after he skipped out on the 2023 FIBA World Cup. And if we've learned anything from watching Wembanyama over the past 4 years...
Off Horford into Victor, he's ahead of the pack, he just puts it over Derek White's head, and he throws it down like he was teasing him with a ball.
Yes, he did.
Expect the spectacular. Expect the unexpected. But to fully understand what's at stake for Team USA and the weaknesses they have to overcome, click here to see why everything we know about Team USA has just changed. Anyways, wherever you are in the world, be the GOAT of that moment. Stay GOATed.